So today we are going to practice Android Studio. So first I'm going to open Android Studio. I really hate this. I thought that no, I'm gonna get used to it, but I really don't like this. But still, I have goal to do it in for 2 months, and I no, for a couple of days I was not present. So I'm gonna practice again at least for 2 months. Okay. So I will name it like a learning Android Studio. If you watched my old videos, then you will have known that I'm recording this for a long time. Okay, so as you can see here, everything is here. Okay, now let me get like like this way and this. So let me full screen this one. Okay, you might be thinking why I'm doing this. Okay, the reason behind it, like I need to cut it later on. That's why I'm doing like that. So here we are. I will remove this one. Okay, so here the code, as you can see here, that is our project. It's a main file. Here is a project. So till now a lot of things I understand, like compose, preview, okay, and main thing here like class, but still there are a lot of things that I don't understand. Okay, so I'm gonna understand that. So I'm using ChatGPT for learning, and so last time I was learning this. Okay, alignment, so like a modifier dot fill max with raw. For a couple of days I was not uh, not present. I will tell you that. Because of that I forget it what I need to do. So again I need to come here and do it. There's a few things I understand, like if I want to show you, like you see here, or let me show you that. Okay, as you can see here, like some functions. Okay, minimize this one. Oh, it's taking time. It's still work. Okay, so just see here. Oh, one more thing. Before I start, I'll put clock because I don't want to spend more time here. 30 minutes is still big toll for me. So start for 25 minutes. Okay, minimize this one. Let's cut it here. So as you can see here, that's compose world where all that layouts gonna show up. Okay, so agent mode now available. Okay, let me open. Okay, as you can see that it's a Google agent. I'm not gonna use it right now. Okay, so just come here. If you're learning Android Studio or making apps, I would recommend that you watch videos, because I thought if I do it, it's much easier, but I really hate this one also. Just do whatever that works for you, because not everything works really. So I will just gonna copy that like text, then like this way, then the name text equal to string hello world, then 1 2 3 anything. Okay, so it is that name, and then modifier equal to modifier. Okay, modifier equal to modifier. So for some reason it's not happening the way I want. Okay, I don't know why, but I'll figure out later on. So as you can see that even right now it's still importing. I don't know why it's taking that long time. Okay, even let's see, I can't even configure anything. UI, I have to wait until it's done, and it's not done till now. Okay, so importing learning studio Gradle project. I don't know what's wrong here, but I just wait a couple of more minutes and see that what is happening here. Okay, so let's see here. So here whatever I learned till now, like a button, like on click, it's a function, it's a modifier for CSS, like for designing, and here it was text what you're gonna show up. So a button is like that, and I'm not sure the all element is like this. Okay, so like a fill max width, fill max size, these are like CSS, like designing, and that's all start with like this modifier dot this, modifier align, modifier border, modifier clip. But once you add the modifier, you can just write this thing, this one. You don't need to write modifier again and again. So that's something I understand. For a padding, this is for background color, this one, okay. That's something I learned back then. You can watch my previous video, you can understand that. So these things all understand, okay. I'm just watching that so that I can get some little bit idea. I'm get confused here that where to write CSS, like in this parameter or that parameter, because sometimes I get really confused about it. So here you can see that this how I need to write, like a modifier small, modifier big, and then CSS and padding. If you write a small m and a capital M, they are two different. It's like in JavaScript when you see that like a small and capital matters, like here in underscore it does matters. So always make sure that you write the same way. If you not, then gonna cause a lot of problem for you. So as you can see, this way I can write it, okay. So I understand this. Now let's come here, let's see, done it now, it's done. So you see the version is around 2.1, 2.1, I see new version, okay. So here you can see it here, we can see the view, okay. Click build and preview. Also see that if preview like this one is available, only then you can see it here, okay. It is for preview, okay. Whatever main code is for like app, it is here, okay. From here to here, that is the code. It's for like for designing, so that's also. But for showing for here, only this code is matter. If you remove this, you won't see it here. Now you can see that there's a two text, okay. Because I did not added any kind of thing, that's what's happening. So what I'll do, I will add a column. Where? Here. So I will just add column, column. Column. As you can see, there are two parameters here, okay. And again, you see like this. There I get confused, okay. So again, I will come here and I'll search for column, okay. Column, capital C, okay. I'll just write one word, okay. I have done this before, but again I'm doing this so I can understand it, because that's confusing and I'm gonna get the answer, okay. Once I get clear out this confusion, then I'm gonna try to fix it later on, okay. So as you can see that column, top, bottom, align boss. So I'm not seeing that here, what I want to know, okay. So I will go back whatever practice I did before. So as you can see the column here, as you can see the text button, okay, inside the column it is there, okay. On click there's a function, okay, there's a text. You must be thinking that what I want to figure out. I want to figure out like this like parameter, inside what I can add, only CSS or functions, or here what, the same thing I want to understand. So it will be easy for me to understand later on. I know that you are not getting what I'm trying to say, but just wait and see. So in the text, as you can see here, inside it, like a name and the CSS are here inside that, okay. Getting text hello, as you can here see that the CSS inside there, but here also the CSS is gonna be inside somewhere like that. Little is confused, okay. Just be some patience, have some patience, okay. So as you can see here, okay, I just come here again. That's why I'm using ChatGPT, so that I can get whatever I learned, so I can understand if something I missed, okay. So option, clicked, pressed, thank you for that, tapping the app, like on the button one click, then function is like that, remember hello, Midwest states, hello dollar. Okay, so there is a column. First remember that we need to import it. If there's no import, then it will not gonna work, okay. So as you can see here, like say import function, okay, we need to check it that here is import or not, okay. As you can see that we are not saying that import for column, and I don't know when it's gonna resolve itself or not, okay. So what we can do, we can just write that import itself, and you can see here like yellow bulb. If you click here like okay, so here is no way we can just write that. Here like translated code, explain the code, rethink variable, function, generate unit test prompt library, extract, surround. Okay. I believe my code doesn't have any problem, so I'm gonna just again cut it that. Okay, cut it here. Okay, I'm just put it here. So that thing that import library, I need to add it. So I'm gonna just copy this one. Okay, just come here and paste somewhere. If you paste that, so you can see the import Android X. I have done that. Okay, command save. As you can see that I'm seeing a lot of error. Okay, I'm gonna show you that. So as you can see that I'm seeing a lot of error here. Did I did something wrong? I don't think so, but let's see, because I don't know. Okay, and that's where I'm get confused. If you can confused, then I don't want to learn anything. First I tried, I was able to do it quite well, but now I get confused again. So that confusion I need to figure out soon as possible. Only then I can move forward. So as you can see, that column is like that. Okay, spelling COLULUMN. I have added the right. Okay, so I have added also the right way. Okay, what the problem is here? The spelling is right, but again put it somewhere up. But what wrong? What did I did? I couldn't understand. And that's the things happen most of the time where I don't understand what something I did wrong. What it's saying that expecting a top level declaration. I didn't understand that again. So what should I do? Just remove it. Let's see if I write the row, what will happen if I get the same error. As you can see that I do not get the same error with the writing the row. As you can see here, I got like this response. If I write the box, okay, modifier, as you can see that I got the box, but I didn't get the same error. If I add a column, CLUMN column, okay, as you can see here, if you see here properly, like let me show you that. As you can see here, Android Compose function layout. If I click here, okay, just remove this one. So what did I did wrong? Okay, now it's working, but before it was not. Okay, everything the same, and that time I wrote the same thing, and that is something I get confused right now. I'm not sure that what's wrong here. Really, I don't know, because I wrote the same thing that I did. Let's see, if I remove this one, I still get the same response, but why it was not before, but why right now? And that's something I get confused most of the time when I write the code. I'm not sure about it, the code I'm writing is wrong, or like I am missing the import. Even at the import, again I see the same line, and it was not happening before. Before, whenever I got yellow line, if I click that, say that you need to add that, and I just click it, it works. So what should I do? I should remove a lot. Let's see, I'm gonna add another text. Okay, so if I add a text, okay, if I select first one, like if the imports are already there, if see the imports are already there, then doesn't really works. So as you can see here, now just write whatever is there, text, then anything, okay, comma, then I just add like a modifier dot padding, the 10.dp. As you can see that I have added that. Now you see that here, like say that import Android Compose UI unit DP. Okay, now I need to write that. So If I add this, then you can see it's working. Okay, and here you can see that here is like import.dp. So many times that code is wrong. It's not because you wrote wrong. It's that you didn't add import. Even you write the import properly, even then it gonna solve the some of the issue. And I don't know why it's happening. Okay, and only option you have, like when we write that, you see it like this one. Just click that. If you do that way, then you won't see any kind of problem. Like with a column and row, we did it. Like if I remove all that here, like if I remove everything from here, okay, now as you can see we don't have anything. Okay, now again when you write like column, as you can see that at a column, as you can see there are bunch of, you see here like columns provider, the bunch of out there. Okay, if I select here any like this one, okay, and then click enter, I will get this. If I do in this way, then I won't gonna have any problem. It will work quite well. Okay, but if you write without like that, then you're gonna see that problem. It all resolve if you do that way. Okay, so now I'm gonna again write text, text text. Now I'm gonna choose this one. Okay, now enter. Okay, now text hello and then name. Okay, comma, then I will add a modifier. As you can see that here, like modifier that compose UI dot. If I click that, okay, now add a dot, then like a padding. If I add that padding, if I choose from here, like there's a multiple out there, I'll choose this one, enter, then the number like dot dp. So all the dp now. Okay, it's already there. We have already wrote that unit already here, imports. That's why it's not causing any trouble. And if you're having this kind of problem, then I will tell you that just write in this way, only then you can resolve that. Now let's have a button, like a button. As you can see here, there's a couple of buttons, like a button widgets and this one, button color defaults. I don't know what they're for, but just I click here this button. As you can see, there are two things I'm getting here. Whatever we write here, it's gonna show up. Like if I just write text equal to the string, I'm just write like a hello. Again you see here that I'm getting this error. So if I click like a import property attribute text, if I click here, as you can see that if I see here, you might see here that the imports gonna be here, like for buttons, for text, whatever that is. Okay, so I just click like that. Now if I write like a modifier dot, then I add the padding, then 10.dp. so as you can see that everything I wrote. Okay, now we are getting some error here. So why we are getting it, we need to figure out. Okay, as we can see here in the button, okay, the text I need to write in this way. Okay, so that's it, I did wrong here. So text gonna be like a capital. Okay, capital. So text like this way. Okay, then enter, then here we gonna write like a hello button. Now as you can see that we have here the problem. And what is the problem here? So I have to write like something else. I'll tell you that I really get confused here. Okay, it's not I'm not confused, I am confused myself also. Okay, as you can see here, it's like a on click text button is click. If I did that, then the text value gonna be changed. So as you can see that's in the on click. Okay, so I'm going to just write on click, then how write that on click, then in this parameter. So I'm gonna add like this parameter, then comma, then modifier. Now as you can see that as I did that, then it's working. Okay, so like I have to do it as it is. So I will just say that text equal to the name hello world. Okay, but text is a variable, this they're finding, but there's no any variable like a text. Okay, so if I have to do it like in same button, have a button, click the button, so that thing, it's very confusing and I'm confused. Okay, I think that I should try to learn by myself because it's really confusing though. Yeah, it's really looks simple, but for me it's not. Okay, I'm feeling really bored and I don't like to do this thing. Now as you can see here, like a public function like on click, modifier, enable boolean, shape, color, button color. So there are a lot of things that is here, and it's telling that how to use it. Okay, it's a good thing that is said how to use that. So kind of on click is when button is clicked, modifier to apply to this button, and whenever control the state of button when false. Okay, shape, color. Also we had an example that how to do that, like on click do something here, text the button. Okay, so on click content padding, button default, button icon content padding, then icon. Okay, safer. So a lot of thing it's here, like documentation you can see here. It's a good thing, we can able to understand a lot of things here with that. So I am really tired out. Okay, and the next day I'm going to practice. Okay, I will figure out. I will think that I should practice myself also sometime, watching some videos. Only then I can improve. I thought just using ChatGPT and learning I can, but I think no, it's not enough for me. It might enough for some people, but not for me. So I'm going to learn while watching some video, but I will do that. So meet you next day. Bye.